Hi friends, my name is Priyanka and I'm a watercolor artist. Through a series of watercolor tutorials, I bring to you very easy and effective ways of doing beautiful watercolor. Today's tutorial will be on layered watercolor. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel if you like it. Also press the bell icon so that you get the notification of each video. So let's get started. In today's tutorial, I will show you how to make layered watercolor flowers. So as you know, there are two techniques in watercolor. One is wet on wet, the other is wet on dry. To make layers, we use the wet on dry technique. That is, when one layer, the initial layer dries, then we do the other layer on top. So that's called the wet on dry technique. So let's start with something like this. To make my orange, I'm using two colors, that is permanent orange plus this gamboge hue. Just a little bit of orange and more of yellow to make this light orange. I'm taking a lot of water. Okay, this is the color that I'm making. See, this is the consistency, very watery color. As these are abstract flowers, the petals don't have any definite shape. So I just create a shape first, put the color, and then I remove the excess water using my brush. Just like this. So I just put in some color here, and this will merge to give a nice shaded effect. Okay, so till the time these petals dry, we can start with the next flower. Next, let's take something like this in yellow. So if you see that any puddle is forming up, this you can just with a little bit of water merge. Okay, this normally happens a lot of times when we are using papers with lesser cotton content in it, say 25, 30, 40% cotton, then the puddles generally tend to form. So when they form, you just with a little bit of water just merge them. Here my paper had already become dry when I put this, so then it's these kinds of things that happen. So we have to be careful that we just merge them if something like this happens, that the paper, like once the paper is too dry, it becomes difficult to correct these little mistakes. So here it wasn't fully dry as yet, so I could still correct it. Let's come to the fourth flower. Here I'm taking two colors, that's a Crimson Lake red and white. Very less of Crimson Lake and more of white. But here again it depends what kind of pink you want. If you want a dark pink, the quantity of red will be a bit more, otherwise it will be less. So just depending on the kind of pink you want. It's not necessary also that you have to make these colors of flowers. You can do any color, any shape. Just the catch is that our first layer is lighter than the layers on top. If the first layer is very dark, then the other layers they have to be darker, or they're not very visible very nicely. And let's go multicolor in this flower. So let's take a bit of purple. Purple, as we discussed in our last video, we make by mixing red and blue. So it's the Crimson Lake and the Cobalt Blue that I mixed to make purple. Let me make a cobalt blue petal. So these are very easy, very basic flowers. Creates beautiful layerings and is a great stress buster activity. I'm sure as you practice, you'll start to love these. Okay, now these have to dry, so you can dry them using your drying tool or a normal hair dryer that you have at home. It's all up to you. Okay. That's it. So you see that our layer is not very dark. When it's not very dark, if we want, we can do more and more layers on these. But if they're very dark, it will be difficult for us to do a lot of layers. Let's do for the yellow. Or let's just mix a little bit of orange. Okay, at this stage, let me make some petals here if I want. So at this stage, we can do some overlaps on the leaves as well. So I think our basic loose layered watercolor flowers are done. Here we go. They look beautiful. So that's how we create basic beautiful layered watercolor flowers. The only technique or the only thing to remember here is that we do the wet on dry technique. That is, once your initial layers are dry, then you will do the other layer. You can do the layers with the same color as you have done, or you can take some other colors also, mix and create abstract beautiful flowers. So happy painting!